Welcome back to the channel. So, one of the phrases I've heard more than almost any other phrase really over the past 15 years is take care of one another. It's what my in-laws have said to my husband and me every time we have left their house, every time they've dropped us off at a train, every visit, every goodbye is take care of one another. And for a long time, I thought it was simply their way of saying goodbye, but over the years, I realized it was much more than that. It's how they live. And the longer I've known them, the more I've come to believe that those 5 words hold one of the most important lessons about communication. When I first met them, one of the things that struck me wasn't that they never disagreed. They did, like any couple, all relationships we do, right? We all have misunderstandings. They would get frustrated, they would, annoy each other, but they had this remarkable way of working through it. They talked, they listened, they apologized, they repaired, and then they let it go. They didn't carry yesterday's disagreement into next week. They didn't keep score. And there was this lightness about their relationship that I've always really admired. And I don't think that lightness came from having fewer problems or fewer challenges. I think it came from their willingness to keep returning to each other again and again. And so many of us do the opposite. We carry conversations long after they've ended. We replay what someone said. We replay what we wish we said. I mean, I do this too, right? We rehearse future conversations that may never happen. We hold on to disappointments. We collect resentments. And after a while, those unspoken words and unresolved moments become really heavy, not just for the relationship, but for us as well. And communication isn't only about expressing ourselves, it's also about knowing when it's time to repair, to say, I'm sorry, or I misunderstood what you were saying, or we're thinking different things right now, or we're just not seeing it the same way, or can we try again? Every repair creates a little more room, a little more space for kindness, room for trust, space for joy, space for love. And there's a beautiful Buddhist story that reminds me of this. A monk once asked his teacher, what is the most important teaching? And the teacher replied, when hungry, eat. When tired, sleep. And the monk looked confused. But isn't everyone already doing that? He said. And the teacher smiled, no. Most people are somewhere else. And I've always loved this story because I think the same thing happens in our relationships. We're sitting across from someone, but we're replaying yesterday, or we're worrying about tomorrow, or we're preparing our next response, or we're wondering if we're being understood. Meanwhile, the person we love is right in front of us. Caring, it's a practice. And I think caring for another person is much less about these, grand gestures that people might show. And it's much more ordinary than that. It's putting your phone down when someone is talking. It's listening without planning your response. It's asking, tell me more, or, what do you think about this? It's noticing when someone is having a hard day. And even if you don't know what to say to them, it's even just acknowledging that. Like, I see that things are really hard for you right now, and I don't know the right thing to say to you. It's making them a cup of tea. It's reaching for their hand. It's saying, I'm sorry, I love you. How can I help? These moments don't seem extraordinary, but they're the moments that build a relationship. They're the moments that communicate, I'm here with you. And communication is a way of caring. It's one of the things, I teach is that communication isn't just about finding the right words, it's about reducing suffering for ourselves and for the people around us. And sometimes that means speaking honestly, sometimes it means listening more carefully, and sometimes it means apologizing, sometimes it means forgiving, and sometimes it simply means being fully present with another person. And presence is one of the greatest gifts that we can offer, and maybe now, especially in the world that we live in, one of the hardest, because it asks us to let go of everything else that's competing for our attention right now. And it asks us to come back again and again and again. So, a practice for this week to think about I'd really invite you to just practice one simple thing. And the next time someone is talking to you, notice where your attention is. Are you listening, or are you preparing your response? Are you trying to solve their problem? Are you thinking about something completely different, or are you simply with them? Just see if just for a few moments you can come fully into the conversation. You don't need to say anything profound. Sometimes the greatest act of communication is simply making someone feel heard, which requires you simply to be there in the present moment. So take care of one another, right? This has come to mean something very different to me over the years. There's no longer just a goodbye. It's really a reminder that caring isn't just something we feel, it's something that we practice in the way that we listen, in the way that we speak, in the way that we repair, in the way that we return to one another again and again. Because that's what relationships are built on. They're not built on perfection. They're really built on these moments where we get to choose to be present with another person, and we get to choose to take care of ourselves in that interaction and relationship and the other person as well. So if this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Just what's one small way someone has made you feel cared for, not through a grand gesture, but really through their presence. And if you're interested in learning how to communicate with more presence and honesty and compassion, I'll link my books, audio courses, and my training program below. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe for weekly conversations on mindful communication, relationships, living with greater intention, or share with someone who you think might benefit as well. And thank you so much for being here. And until next time, take care of one another. It's the best thing we can do.